was just in my bag, my latest design, which I was feeling pretty confident about, and it has unraveled itself. For some inexplicable reason, I'm just not feeling any of the scarf designs I'm doing.
Ja.
Oh no! Oh no! Hello and welcome from the airport. We're just about to board a plane that will take us from Helsinki to Amsterdam and then to Portugal, and I can't wait to get to see the sun again because it's been very cold the past month here in Finland. I have a very exciting new project that I am going to cast on today during this trip. We're just waiting to board our first flight, and I am going to knit or attempt to knit a scarf. And usually I am more of a sweater knitter. That is where my comfort zone is, and I don't really know as like a knit designer what my scarf type is. I know that like shawls and scarves are super popular amongst knitters, and I am actually embracing my new style, which is wearing the scarf that I had last time we were in Portugal in Barcelona, and I feel this could be my new style this year. So I wanted to knit something that I could wear like this, so not like a huge shawl, more like a scarf. And I have an idea, so I'm gonna start work on it. Okay, this is as far as I have come on my little scarf here. I don't know if it's too thick because I'm using this heavy merino together with the silk but I'm just gonna keep going. I guess this will become more like a winter scarf, even though now I realize I probably should have instead chosen like a silk yarn or just something a little thick, but this is how it looks so far. Hello! It is Wednesday today and we've officially arrived, or we arrived yesterday evening when it was really dark, and I worked on my scarf for that next flight as well, but I think the yarn isn't ideal for a flimsy little scarf, so I don't know, I'm just feeling doubtful about that scarf project. Also, I think the pattern, the ribbed cable stitch for a scarf doesn't really work because you can't really see the pattern in a scarf. So I think I need to go back to the drawing board. Luckily, I have lots of yarn with me. And also yesterday, it was so funny. I have a lot of yarn with me and I thought that I'm the crazy one in this relationship. But Yuki, he has brought his whole sewing machine with him, which is taking it to a different level completely. Hello!
Hello.
Hur går det?
Come to my office.
Ooh. So this is where my father works. He's a composer, so he uses this as his studio when he's here, but they're not here right now. So Yuki's using it as his sewing studio instead until they get here. So yeah, I have lots of yarn with me. You had a sewing machine with you. Sewing machine. But yeah, so we are now officially that couple that brings an excessive amount of like crafty, geeky stuff with us. But the good thing about it is that now I have a lot of yarn that I can choose from, so I'll just do a different scarf design. I have some ideas, so I'm gonna start working on those. Okay, I've been trying to start this new scarf, I don't know, 2, 3, maybe 4 times. during today. And now it was just in my bag, my latest design, which I was feeling pretty confident about, and it has unraveled itself. So I'm just feeling like this is universe telling me that I just shouldn't make a scarf. I don't know. I'm gonna drink some coffee and think about it. I don't know. When I said in the beginning of the video that I'm not a confident scarf knitter, this is the reason. But maybe I should just try to not give up and just prevail. But so far, it's not going great. But it's okay.
You have to. No, not like that. But...
That didn't go to plan either.
That's exactly how it's done.
Good morning. It is, I think, day 3 of being here in Portugal. It's super sunny outside, and yesterday we went to the beach and went surfing for the 3rd time in our lives. So last time we were in Portugal, we tried surfing. I was super terrified of it, but it was actually really, really fun. So now it's become our thing. So yesterday I didn't knit that much, but I have to say that my scarf project, well, let me show you. This is the one that I'm currently working on in this really, really nice shade from Sunday's Garn. I'm using double Sunday yarn, and this is really inspired by my Wishbone Sweater, which I'm having here, just to warm me up a little bit. And the Wishbone Sweater basically is completely these ribbed cables, which I love the pattern for it. So I thought it would make like a really, really gorgeous scarf. And I was thinking a lot about like how to do the increases for it, and I think it is really beautiful, but just for some reason, like I'm feeling so much doubt if I would ever wear something like this, because I wanted to have it more like a bandana. And the shape, I don't know, like there's just something that I'm not enjoying knitting it. So I think I just need to maybe do like a 3rd attempt, because now I feel like I think I should just go back to the basic. I really feel like casting on a scarf in a white yarn, like, or a light yarn. I have like white and then this kind of almondy shade with me, and just do something like super simple. And I think go back to my original plan of instead knitting like a long kind of tube or this long thing that I could wrap like twice around my neck. So that is the current state. For some reason, I don't know if I put pressure because I'm doing also like filming the process. So if that adds pressure, which then somehow makes me like more critical of all the ideas, or if it's just the fact that I haven't really knitted scarves for a long time, or these kind of like bandana scarf things. I'm not sure, but something in this is just like, oh, I did the red scarf, I did this one, and I'm not gonna finish them. I'm gonna start the 3rd one. Oh my god, I am so excited. I think I finally cracked it. So I started on my 3rd attempt, or this is probably like the 6th or 7th attempt, but my 3rd color of my scarf project. And I just started with like doing some rib, then one of these like yarn over decrease rows, and then just some ribbed stitch. But this is what happened on the, oh, let me see, on the wrong side of it. And I really love how the 2x1 rib looks on the other side together with this row. So I am now, again, gonna rip it up. Oh my god, this is like a video of just me ripping it up, but maybe this will give you some faith in. If you have something that you're designing or if you're doing, you're not feeling it, sometimes it just requires many attempts. And I feel like I finally feel super excited about this idea. So I think I'm gonna rip it up once more because it became like a little bit of a weird shape, which I'm not super happy about. It kind of, I don't know, it becomes too wide too quickly, fans out. So I'm gonna rip it up. But I think finally now I know what kind of scarf I want. Okay, I actually decided not to frog my little sample here, but instead bite it off so I can have it as a sample because I have so much of this yarn anyways. And I am actually so excited now about this stitch combination that I just, I guess, discovered by accident because it's on the wrong side of my work, that I'm getting the vision for an entire sweater with this as my base. Because after I did the Arctic Light sweater and the Wishbone sweater, which were so much fun to knit, I've really been looking for like another kind of textured project, but I didn't want to necessarily have it so heavily reliant on cables because those two sweaters have a lot of cables, but really something kind of like simple but still like textured. And I feel that this could be it. I often find that when I'm designing sweaters, like the best thing, or usually the best results and the best design process, or maybe not necessarily the best, but the most straightforward, is when I really have like some stitch pattern or texture or like something that I'm super excited about, that I really believe in, and that has like a nice flow also when you're working it, because I think it needs to look nice, but it also needs to be like a nice process to work on and knit. And I think this could be it, because this is so simple, and I can then base like the entire thing on this, make variations, embellish it a little bit. So I'm very excited, and I really want to make a sweater that has like a dropped shoulder so that it isn't like a raglan, because I've really been craving like one of those kind of sweaters to snuggle up in. So I think this is it. But first, the scarf. Good morning! We are heading to Spain today, to Sevilla, because that's only like an hour away with car. What?
Ihan luotto.
What? Okay, confidently going to Spain. I worked on my scarf yesterday. I ripped again up one part of it, but now I think I'm happy with it, so I'm gonna take it with me in the car. There's Yuki coming. I'm gonna work on it in the car. It's not like too wangly, it's more straight. Hello! We just discovered that it's actually much further to go to Sevilla than I thought. I thought it was like an hour, but it's actually like more than 2.5 hours. And our car first didn't start, so I don't know if this is a sign that we shouldn't go. But let's see. This will be this.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh god. But look, we stumbled upon a yarn shop, but of course now it's siesta, so I think it opens at 5 p.m. again. So I don't know, we'll have to walk around and see if we're still here at 5, and then maybe I can go and check it out. meidän papupajoja. Mitä ne on?
Ei kai, se on vähän kaiken näköisiä. Se on Kika. Kato,
Oi ei!
Joo.
Ei! Oh no! Oh no!
We find our way back to car.
Yeah. Oh no. Arrived at the beach. We're gonna go, or hopefully try to go surfing again. I have worked on my scarf, but I've run into a little bit of a problem, which is that it's not really, like I wanted it to be very triangular, but it's kind of this crescent shape. So I think I have to fix that somehow, but I will probably work on that a little bit later. And now go and see the waves. Look a little intimidating. It is time for a little recap. I have finally finished my scarf and ta-da! This is how it looks. I have learned so much in this process, so I thought I'd do a little recap and also some thoughts, final thoughts. So this scarf, I started it from here, and you maybe remember I at some point, or I think I said at some point that I was worried that it's a little bit of a crescent shape, but I actually realized, because for a long time I thought actually that this is going to be the tip of the triangle, but then I did some research and I learned that actually when you do a shawl like this or a scarf like this, you start here and then the triangular shape is actually shaped there at the bottom. So I've just learned so much about scarf, like triangle shawl shaping. I don't think I'm a master at it yet. I think this one, so let me show you how it looks on. This one, I think, I mean, I can't wrap it twice around my neck, which was kind of the whole point that I wanted. It's also a little bit thick, but I mean, overall, I really am pleased with the overall, like the pattern, and I think I'm definitely going to be able to wear it like this. I'm also wearing my Sorbet Sweater. I've just released the pattern. So I think it is like a really nice little scarf project. I think, though, in order to release this as an actual pattern, I need to do another like sample. This was kind of like my prototype, where I want the wingspan just to be longer and I want the shape to be better. So what I did now was I started here. I did increases both here in the middle and on the sides on every second row. And then at some point I started to do increases here at the sides on every row. So on the wrong side and on the right side. And I think I should have done that the entire way just to get enough stitches so it would be long enough. Because now I think it looks nice like this, but it's just not really what I envisioned. Like you could really have it like as kind of a like this that I think would work well. But overall, I've just learned so much, and I actually grabbed the other two projects. So this was the first one, as you remember, my red scarf, where I started here and then worked my way up. And this was really inspired by the Wishbone Sweater, because that was really where my inspiration started. But this I used a heavy merino and a silk mohair from Knitting for Olive in, and I just find that it's a little too thick for this project. And then my second attempt was to do, also inspired by the Wishbone Sweater, this little thing that you maybe remember, where I did actually these ribbed cables a little smaller. So I did them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches instead of 7 stitches, which is used in the Wishbone Sweater. I still think it's a good idea, but it will just have to be another day. So this obviously has a very different stitch pattern, but maybe you remember you said I got really inspired to maybe do a sweater as well. So I have actually the last 2 days been working on a sweater in this, inspired by this pattern, and I'm just gonna show you where I am right now. It's not done or anything, but I have cast on this thing. And I am in love. Like, it's a dropped shoulder construction. So like this, so I've started doing the back, and I've just picked up stitches here. And I'm so excited. I really, really want to finish this sweater, and definitely gonna turn this into a pattern. Then, I don't know if it's too much, like you could wear them together. And I'm thinking of calling this sweater, because my parents came on Sunday, and then I was talking to them, like I would like it to be, the name somehow remind me that I did this while I was in Portugal. And then my dad said, well, it reminds him a little bit of these salt fields that they have quite close here. Do you call it salt fields? Well, you know, these like mountains with salt, where they have these like pools where they dry seawater so they can collect this salt. So I think I'm gonna call this the salty sweater, which I think in the English language, like when you're salty, that also kind of means that you're a little, like, not cheeky, but I guess I should probably look that up before I name my sweater the salty sweater, all the meanings it has. But very excited about that one. Very excited about my little scarf project. Gonna try to do, this was like my prototype, gonna do definitely another one as well. Thank you so much for hanging up with me in this little, I guess it became like kind of a vlog, like a challenge where I try to, yeah, just become a better knit designer, try out new things. Hopefully it gave you some inspiration, maybe some, I don't know, insights from my mistakes, from my failed projects. I mean, I've ripped up so many scarves during the past weeks where I've been filming this, but now I do feel a bit more confident. Sometimes it's like you just have to try out things to see that they don't work. Anyways, as always, you can come and say hi. I'm over at Kika on Instagram, and I have my patterns in my Ravelry store, so you can also click the link. I'll put that in the description below to check out some of the patterns I have, knitting patterns, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!